Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Truck, and I am the luckiest guy in the world because look what I found on the trail. I'm in Moab, Utah, and this is the Jeep Nukiser, a vehicle built specifically to ignite everybody's passion based on design from Jeep. And the Jeep guys absolutely hit it out of the park. I was lucky enough to drive this back in 2010 when they brought it to the Easter Jeep Safari. And you know what? The keys are in there. Lucky, lucky. I'm going to drive it one more time. One of the cool things about working at the Fast Lane Truck is the fact that occasionally you come up with, look at that, Nukiser. By the way, what it basically is paying homage to the Kaisers from, say, Vietnam era wartime trucks. And what it did was the Kaiser replaced the Dodge Power Wagon. So the Jeep guys got together in their little cave and came up with this, and it's a hell of a way to pay homage to it because with the diesel engine, the lockers, the look all together, well, frankly, it just pulls people together to it like flies to a gin pot. It's incredible. Well, folks, that's a Viamatori 4-cylinder diesel engine, 2.8 liter, and we don't know how much torque it makes, but it's got to be over 400 pounds to move these big tires. Check this out. This hood, it's all carbon fiber, and it's really, really light, very easy to hold. I thought I was going to have to really use strength, but wasn't necessary. I'm one of the lucky people that back in 2010 got a chance to drive this when it came out. What Jeep does is they like to take prototypes and special vehicles, bring them out here during the Easter Jeep Safari and let journalists and the public have a quick peek to see what's going on in their heads. And well, as you can see, this is a vehicle that, well, it's just so freaking cool. Look, underneath it has a military spec platform. Dana 60 rear, 44 front, but it has the ends which are 60s. This is the bed that you can actually buy for a Wrangler and mount it in the back. And well, the rest of it is just excellent, cool stuff that they came up with. And it gives people ideas on customization that they could do with their trucks. Here's something really cool. This whole front end, carbon fiber. Under the hood, 2.8 liter diesel engine, 4-speed automatic transmission. Wish it was a manual. This actually does come off. How cool is this? The only thing is, I think this was built for Mark Allen and Pierre because it's not exactly built for large people, but I can get in there, you know? And check, listen to this. I could lock up the front and rear axles, but it's really not necessary. Not yet. Here's the really cool part about Jeep building these spectacular one-offs that, yes, okay, we can't buy them in the store, but it shows what they're thinking. It shows what they're being passionate about. When you look at this, you could say, okay, Mark Allen and his cronies got together, hashed out an idea, and used real Jeep parts to build it. And it's for people out there who build their own Jeeps, and let's face it, out of any vehicle in the world, Jeeps are the ones that are most customized. I would say that all of them, every single guy can look at that and go, okay, those are proper Jeep dudes. They just built this. Are you kidding me? This thing's fantastic. I mean, there's nothing practical about it. There's no way they could put this into production. The roof's too low. There's not enough room. There's, you know, all those other things. You got to move out of the way for the camera truck. Ford Raptor. So the first thing that you'll notice when, oh shiza. Roman needs to learn how to stick these things on. Okay, there we go. Nice going, Roman. I'm blaming you for that one. So we're still recording? Yes, we're still recording. The first thing you'll notice when you're driving this is that it's kind of hard to see out of. The way they had to design it was with this really low roof. So it's got a cool crop top look to it, but at the same time, it doesn't exactly pay dividends for outward vision. Check this out. Payload is like 2,800 pounds because it's based on a J8 military platform. So this was built initially to carry military ordnance. You could put a howitzer in the back. I mean, you really could. Once again, another reason why something like this can't go into mass production. And then you have some other things. There's ARB front and rear locking diffs. There's also a compressor button here. And then you have the Atlas transfer case. It's so overkill, you know? But here's the cool part. A lot of this stuff you can buy. There are guys out there basically building vehicles like this. Granted, it's not the easiest thing to do if you don't know how to turn a wrench. The diesel is really, really mellow. So it's surprisingly compliant. You don't have to put a lot of power on it to just get rolling. Turbo really starts kicking in at about 1,200 RPM. It's about where the torque really starts kicking in too. So you just take it real easy. You can motor over almost anything at 1,000 RPM. The rest of this vehicle is pretty easy to get to know. The hard part is, it is a pickup truck, but its overall length is about the same as an Isuzu Pup. You know, it's really, really short, which is great because your overhangs are nearly non-existent. But at the same time, you have these massive wheels on each corner, and they're really easy to see. On the side view mirrors, I can see my rear wheels, and if I just lean my head out a little bit, I can see where the front fenders are. So placing a vehicle like this on obstacles, piece of cake. Steering, I don't know if this has a hydraulic booster on it, you know, an additional ram to help with steering. I think it should have it. But see, because the tires are so massive, it kind of rights itself. So you could just kind of help it along. And it doesn't seem to have that much of a problem making itself turn and move. Folks, I cannot tell you how jazzed I am just to be near this vehicle. And every time you see it driving through town in Moab, people flock to it. Major respect for them. And that's the thing, is that Jeep is one of the few car companies out there, in fact the only ones that I know of, that when they have a prototype, they want to get it out to you and let you drive it. You know, as a journalist, that's fantastic. And especially because, you know, the fast lane car, we're doing great. We got thousands and thousands and thousands of people, over 250,000 people if you look at the fast lane car and the fast lane truck combined to watch us. But, you know, we're not a big car magazine or anything like that, and yet we still have access to this. Very cool. For the Fast Lane Truck, this is Nathan Adlin saying don't forget to go to tfltruck.com for news, views, and reviews. Hasta luego.
Nathan, how long have we been coming to Utah for the annual Easter Jeep Safari?
As TFL car, 5 years.
And since we are here in Moab, and since we've got nothing but Jeeps all the time, we're going to do 5 days of Jeep. TFL Jeep Week.
That's right, baby. We got new ones, we got old ones, we've got classics, and most importantly, we got badass ones.
And that is coming up this week on the Fast Lane Car.